Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to the Kordial Media YouTube channel. My name is Adriana and I help Shopify e-commerce businesses and influencers drive traffic and sales utilizing Pinterest. Today's video is another Q&A because you guys ask so many relevant and interesting questions when it comes to your Pinterest marketing. So I'm gonna answer those in today's video. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit the big red subscribe button and to hit the bell to be notified every single time I post a new video here on the Kordial Media YouTube channel. Without further ado, let's dive into the questions. Question number one. Hey Adriana, nice video. Thank you so much. I got a question for you. Which conversion window do you suggest in the reporting section? That's a very, very good question. So the first thing that I suggest is taking a look at how long your average buyer takes to convert. It's usually longer on other platforms than it is on Pinterest. However, you can request from your Pinterest rep a conversion analysis to see how long your average buyer takes to convert. That being said, if it's anything between 7 and 30 days, then they're gonna probably recommend you a 30-30-30 conversion window. I always set my conversion window also on date of conversion event and not on date of ad event. And the reason why is because it's more accurate when it comes to date of conversion event, not to mention that the results look a lot better normally. Question number 2. I am eligible for creator reward, but earn button not showing, ? This means that if you're not eligible for the creator rewards, then the earn button won't show. There are different factors that would contribute to whether or not you get that earn tab. One reason that you don't have the earn tab is because maybe you are in a country that's where the creator rewards is not available. Another reason is maybe your profile is actually considered a verified merchant, and if you're a verified merchant, chances are you're not going to get access to creator rewards. And in any case, eventually it will be released to most creators or all creators. You just have to be patient and wait it out for that. Question number 3. This video is so valuable. Thank you so much. Do you recommend repinning other people's content? I've read somewhere that the algorithm favors it when you repin green content. So this is a very, very old best practice. Today, the algorithm, when it comes to your organic strategy, will favor very brand new content and not repinning content. If you can pin, less than 20 pins a day and they can all be brand new, that's actually the best way to get your pins to rank and for the algorithm to favor your content. That paired with creating idea pins is the best way to level up your organic strategy on Pinterest. All right, next question. Thanks for the video. You're welcome. Thanks for commenting. If we have multiple products in our store, how can I test them with the same pixel tag? All conversions will be mixed, right? This is a good question. Different products you want to test within 1 or 2 campaigns, and you want to test different products as creatives. So let's say you create one campaign and you have 4 products. You can do 1 creative per product and link each creative to each product's product page on your site and see which product tends to outperform over another with your Pinterest audience through your campaigns. Now, if you have multiple products on your store, start with your best performing products. Let's say you have, 16 performing products, and best practice states that you should be creating 1 ad group per campaign and have only 4 creatives per ad group. That means that you can launch 4 campaigns with 4 creatives each creative going to a different product, and each creative also being unique and promoting a different product. The reason why I recommend, it's best practice, first of all, by Pinterest to only have 4 creatives per ad group, but I personally recommend you only create 1 ad group per campaign because each campaign has campaign budget optimization, which means you can't accurately test each ad group against each other because all the budget's is just gonna go to the most performant one and not give the other ad group probably a fighting chance of actually finding its audience in the Pinterest algorithm. Now, your question about all conversions will be mixed. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. If you can track the conversions per product / per creative. So in that case, no, the conversions would not be mixed. You'd actually be able to see which creative is giving you the most return on ad spend or sales or add to carts overall, compared to the others. Next question. Can you make a video on everything you need to know / do to start a Pinterest marketing agency? I think it'd be very helpful not only to put me, but other people interested in starting one. There's not much information on how to specialize with Pinterest, and it'd be cool if you made a guide or something. Thanks. So I can probably make a video on how to start a Pinterest marketing agency, but ultimately it comes down to just a few things. 1, you have to know how to get clients. 2, you have to be really knowledgeable in Pinterest marketing. 3, you need a couple good case studies. And 4, you need to build your services and what you're gonna offer, and you're gonna pitch those services to potential prospects and leads. Now, I can't teach you how to get clients because I've tested a bunch of different marketing strategies, and whatever works for me won't necessarily work for you, and vice versa. So I urge you to go ahead and do some research as to which kind of lead generation strategies you can implement within your business, and kind of just keep grinding from there. It takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of hustle, it takes a lot of determination, and it also takes a lot of structure to build a marketing agency. But if you can, put in place all those elements, then by all means, you can run with it and test it out. I didn't have any guidance either. And at the beginning, the first year, you're really spending a lot of time doing trial and error and testing things. So that's the best way to learn anyway, and what I recommend you do to start a Pinterest marketing agency as well. Next question. Hello. I am new to this and just trying to understand all these. I ran one product campaign and created keyword and interest ad groups, but I was taught to create keyword group by duplicating it. So both have same creatives. You recommend not doing that. If you are testing different targeting, then it's better if you're gonna duplicate creatives, meaning in one ad group you only have keywords, and in another ad group you only have interests, even if you have the same creatives in both ad groups. It's not best practice as if you're promoting in the same location. However, because the targeting is drastically different, you can potentially get away with it. My advice to you is to test it out and see how it works, because I've seen it do well on some ad accounts to have duplicate creatives with different targeting, but I've also seen it do the opposite. And sometimes they do end up competing in the auction. So it's up to you, and I do just urge you to test it out for a couple weeks and then reevaluate after that. Next question. Can I run a campaign using only keywords? Can I use 300 to 400 keywords, or should I do interest and keywords together? I suggest you test both. I also suggest you test a campaign with only interest. For some ad accounts, I see interest and keywords in the same campaign perform well. And then in other ad accounts, I see interest in one campaign and keywords in another perform better. It depends on your product and your business and your Pinterest audience. So if you're gonna run only a keyword campaign, 300 keywords or 200 to 300 keywords is probably good to start, just to give you a big enough of an audience for the algorithm to find your purchasers. If you go too low or too few keywords and the audience size is too small, then you're gonna have a hard time finding, getting sales and getting add to carts. Now, if you do interest and keywords together, you can run those at the same time. So you can do one campaign with just keywords, and then you can do another campaign with keywords and interest and see which one performs better. At the end of the day, you have to give both campaigns at least 14 days to get out of their learning phase, and then a whole month total to see whether or not they're gonna start to collect conversions, whether it be add to carts or sales. I will say in the first month, if you're only getting add to carts, it's not a bad thing. Most advertisers only start to make money in the second month anyway. If you are seeing your ads starting to convert within the first month and getting sales within the first month, that's very, very promising for the future of your Pinterest ads, and is an indication that you should keep them going. Next question. Do you do warm-ups to newly created ad accounts? Is that what you mean by having a 14-day learning phase? Because I usually do optimizations twice a week, Mondays and Thursdays. Warm-ups is a very Facebook term, I think, like warming up an audience. We don't do that on Pinterest, but any new campaign has a 14-day learning phase because it has to learn where to go and get sales for your campaigns. So it's not a question of warming up anything, it's just a question of giving the campaign the time it needs to learn. Now, I do as well optimize Mondays and Thursdays twice a week for all my ad accounts. Usually I'll optimize targeting on Mondays, and usually I'll optimize creatives on Thursdays. Of course, that changes sometimes, but for the most part, that's how I do it. And I only start to optimize twice a week once the learning phase has passed. Next question. Thank you for being accommodating. You're welcome. Next topic is to enable or not the expanded targeting, please. In a retargeting or dynamic retargeting campaign, you don't want to enable expanded targeting because expanded targeting acts as an interest in and of itself. So if you're running a keyword only campaign, I also would not enable expanded targeting. The only time that I would enable expanded targeting is when I'm running interest and keywords together, or a campaign with just interest alone. Or if I'm launching a prospecting catalog sales campaign, I will also enable expanded targeting. It's under the in reporting. When you go and click the campaign, you go on the ad group tab and you select in the targeting, you select interests, it'll come up as automatic. So if automatic is sucking budget, is not getting you very many add to carts or checkouts, but other interests are, then you can always go ahead and remove your enabled expanded targeting. Next question at Adriana, during the learning phase, I'm just curious, how much budget do you put in daily? Is it below your normal? This is a very good question. To launch a new campaign, it depends on the client's daily budget to begin with, but I don't like to put less than $15 to $20 a day in any campaign. So usually that'll be the minimum that I put. Now that we're in the fourth quarter, as I'm filming this video, the price of advertising increases. There's more competition. People are getting their audiences ready for Black Friday sales and Christmas. And so I'd say in that case is that I would increase that minimum probably to like around $25 a day per campaign minimum. But I don't lower the budget just based on the learning phase. I just will, like if the client has $400 a day to spend to start and they've never advertised on Pinterest before, for example, I won't start with that much. I'll probably start with $150 a day, wait till the campaigns get to like a 2 ROAS, and then I'll start to increase budget at that point. I hope that answers your question. That actually covers all of our questions today. If you'd like to hop on a call with me, you and I can discuss your Pinterest ads or your organic Pinterest account and see if we're a good fit to work together. My calendar link will be in the description box below. As well, if you have another question, feel free to write it below. I'm happy to answer your questions. And on that note, I'm going to wish you a lovely rest of your day. Until next time.